Hey y'all, Josh here. It's crazy to think how far we've come this past online school year. There are so many great memories we've made this year, such as... I kid, this year has been fun despite the problems that online school brings. Talking with friends, working on assignments together, and stressing over the 50 projects that Mr. Tardio gave us. Yeah, so fun. Now that the school year is coming to an end, there's not much to do. There's not much reason to keep going back to school. It's not like there's any big projects or anything coming up. Turns out my marking period for independent reading project is due tomorrow, and I haven't done anything. Well, I'll be back in a sec. Wow, that was way easier than I expected. Well, guess I'll just present my project. We were given the liberty to make our project about whatever we wanted it to be, as long as it was something we were passionate about and was centered around the book that we read. Now, I'm a big fan of the concept of words, so I decided to write a poem, this one being titled Captain Underpants is Here. Obviously, this poem is based off of the classic children's novel written by Dave Pilkey, To Be a Slave. Wait, this is the wrong book. This isn't the book I read. I read 50 Shades of Grey. Well, I hope you enjoyed the poem, but first here's a bit of backstory behind the book I read, The Adventures of Captain Underpants. This book was released in 1997 in glorious black and white because Dave Pilkey didn't invent colors yet. Upon release, this novel received high praise and parents' fists. As inoffensive as this book is, some angry crabs out there go out of their way to ban it, and I can kind of see why. This book doesn't have anything that childish in it in comparison to children's entertainment today, but it definitely inspired it. It seems like every movie aimed at kids nowadays has at least one form of potty humor in there, especially that, and it all stemmed from this here book. Well, I guess it's time to read this here poem. It goes over the overall story of Captain Underpants and my thoughts on the book. Gonna need some glasses for this. Okay. Captain Underpants is here. Villainy beware. He's a principal in red cape and normal underwear. Don't worry, citizens, do not be dismayed, for Captain Underpants is here to save the day. He's silly, he's goofy, but he protects the law. You'll know he's here when he proclaims tra-la-la. George and Harold are the ones who started it all. They created Captain Underpants and made him strong and tall. Their principal, Mr. Krupp, hated all of their work, so he called them into his office wearing a smirk. Mr. Krupp found evidence from George and Harold's prank and scared them so much that their whole faces became blank. But the two boys found a way to retaliate. They had a hypnotizing ring and decided to set things straight. They undid all the bad things that Mr. Krupp did to them, but they did one more thing with the ring that they would soon regret. They turned their pudgy principal into Captain Underpants, and it made them laugh for hours when they looked at the principal's stance. Suddenly, Captain Underpants jumped out of the window. The boys had to frantically search high and low, until they found that the hero was being held captive by a tiny evil scientist wearing diapers that were massive. This evil genius was going to take over the planet, but George, Harold, and Captain Underpants took his plan and canned it. Went back to the school and turned their principal back to normal, and that concludes this silly book containing no real moral. But I think that's a good thing. This book is here to entertain, but it isn't completely mindless either. It won't make your child go insane. Even though it's aimed for those who are younger than me, I still find it incredibly charming and still pretty funny. This book achieved what it strived to do, bring laughs, thrills, and action. And although it isn't the deepest of books, it's still a nice distraction. Its simple and fun narrative and its creativity and passion inspired me and countless others to just imagine. Well, that was my poem. Wait, this isn't a poem. This is just a picture I drew. Well, you know what they say, pictures can show 1,000 words. For example, here's a picture of my credit card. Pretty cool, right? Alright, let's see what we got in the mail. From the bank. It says I'm bankrupt.